guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Shan with your inspirational and motivational moments. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up. And also guys, make sure that you press that bell to get notifications every time that I post on this channel. And also, if you missed out on my last video, postpartum depression, suffering in silence, make sure you go and check that video out. So I'm talking about stepping out on faith. Not long, I would say probably about a month after I started this YouTube channel, the Lord spoke to me and he told me he wanted me to start a women's group. So I was like, well, how do I start a women's group? Like, how do I go about doing this? What is this women's group supposed to be about? We're in the middle of a pandemic. How do I do this? What am I supposed to do? So I was hesitant for a while. I didn't move. I was being very disobedient because, for one, I was very nervous. I'm I'm already doing something. I'm already being obedient by starting this YouTube channel, and I'm talking about some very personal things. I'm talking about my life, and I just felt doing it again. Well, not necessarily talking about my life in a women's group, but just speaking to people and just being the center of attention. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. That is totally out of my comfort zone. When I have to speak to people, when I am like the center of attention and I'm talking about personal things, that is totally out of my comfort zone. I'm not used to really talk. I'm used to kind of being in my own shell, in my own bubble. So it's hard for me to talk to people and have to, I'm going to be the leader of this women's group. So that's hard for me. So, I'm just thinking, like, I'm already doing this YouTube channel. I don't know if I have the strength to start a women's group. I don't know. I don't know. So for 4 months, I didn't move. I didn't do anything. And God, he just kept speaking to me. And so finally I said, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it, because I started thinking about me being disobedient and what could come from me being disobedient, because God has been speaking this to me for 4 months now, and I haven't done anything, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna step out on faith and I'm gonna just do this. No matter how nervous I am, no matter how scared I am, I'm just gonna be obedient to what God is telling me to do, and I'm gonna just step out on faith. And so I am now, I was getting the women's group together, just trying to figure out what this women group is going to be about, so I'm asking God, and I'm, asking him, how do I do this? Like, I need help right now. I need guidance right now. I need to hear from you, and for a while, God didn't move. He didn't speak to me. And then all of a sudden it just started to come to me over time, just started to come to me. I want you to start this on Zoom. I said, okay. So I created my Zoom account, got that up and going. And then I said, I want this women's group to be about women coming together and unmasking. That's why I called it Women Unmasked. Just be your authentic self. And we as a group of women be able to rely on each other and, confide in each other and uplift one another and motivate one another, inspire one another. That's what I want this to be about. We are real women that go through real things in this life. And a lot of times I find that when I talk to my cousin, she's a mom as well, we go through a lot of the same things, around the same time. So I said, okay, I'm sure we're not the only women that goes through a lot of the same things around the same time. So I want this group to be about, just having real conversations with women and being able to make everybody feel comfortable enough to be able to just unmask, cry when we need to cry, laugh, and just all this good stuff, so all this stuff is coming to me. I'm writing this stuff down, and I'm like, okay, I'm just take that leap of faith. I had a dream one night. Um, I was on top of this building, and I was so nervous to jump because I am like all the way up in the sky. And I'm so nervous to jump because looking down, it felt like when I jumped, I was going to hurt myself, and that was going to be the end. I was going to die, So I was so hesitant to jump, and I just leaped. I said, okay, I'm going to put my fear to the side. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. And I just leaped. And when I leaped, as I'm falling, I have all these, like, how you get nervous and stuff? Like, I'm nervous and stuff. But when I landed on my feet. And so the next day I woke up and I was like, okay, I know that's God talking to me. I know he's telling me, you got to take the first step. I done told you what to do. You have to take the first step, and I'm going to be there with you. You may fall, but I'm going to pick you back up. You do what you can do, and what you can't do, you let me worry about the rest. And so I was like, wow, that is so amazing. So I know that God is speaking to me, and he's telling me to start this women's group, because I'm sure I'm not the only one, but with me, a lot of times, when God is telling me to do it, I kind of second guess it, like maybe something is not going right. So I kind of question, was that God I heard speak to me? Or was that myself speaking to myself? So I knew that was God sending me confirmation and telling me to go ahead, step out on faith. I got you. No matter what, I got you. So that's what I did. I stepped out on faith, and I just started my women's group last weekend, last Saturday. It's every Saturdays, and it's called Living with Purpose, Women Unmask. And it's every Saturday, and it was, it felt so good the first time, my first session. It felt so good because it was almost like God was like hugging me and was letting me know, like, I'm just so proud of you. You did what I told you to do. And that's when I started to realize you're walking in your purpose. When you're walking with God, and God is, just leading you, you're following him, you're walking into your purpose and stuff, you're going to do a lot of things that is uncomfortable. Me talking to you guys on this camera, this is uncomfortable for me, but I'm doing it because I'm walking in my purpose. Starting this women's group is uncomfortable for me because I'm talking to people and I am the center of attention. That's uncomfortable for me. But in order for you to grow and walk in your purpose and make it to your destiny, you have to be uncomfortable. When you follow God, you're going to do a lot of things that is very uncomfortable for you, to you. But you just have to step out on faith and know that God is right by your side through it all. And you do what you can do, and God is going to do the things that you can't do. So I am so excited that, I actually went on ahead and did it. It took me 4 months, but I did it. And I know that's not a good thing. That's one thing God taught me as well. When I tell you to do something, I don't mean for you to do it when you feel like doing it. I want you to do it as soon as I tell you to do it. That's like, as parents, when you tell your children to do something, you don't want your kids to do it when they feel like doing it. You want your children to do it when you tell them to do it. So that it's the same with God. We are his children. So when God tells us to do something, that's our responsibility to be obedient to what he is telling us to do and step out on faith and do what God is telling you to do. So make sure if God is speaking to you right now and he's telling you to do some things, no matter how scary it may be to you, you don't know the outcome and whatever, no matter what the problem is, follow God. Follow God. Everything is going to be okay. If God didn't think that I was capable of starting a women's group, he wouldn't have given it to me. If he didn't think I was capable of doing this YouTube channel, he wouldn't have given it to me. And that's the same thing with you. If he don't think that you can do it, he's not going to give it to you. So you have to believe in yourself enough to know that whatever God is telling me to do, I have the strength to do it. I am capable of doing the things that he is telling me to do. So let me just kick my scariness to the side, just push fear out the way. And you have to walk by faith and not by sight, and allow God to guide you. Allow God to guide you. Remember, you do what you can, and God is going to do what you can't. And that's what I am learning. God has taught me so many things, just trying to get this women's group off the ground, and just so many things he's teaching me just throughout this year alone. I've learned so many things. I am not the woman I was this time last year. I have grown so much. But make sure you follow God. It's going to be scary. You're going to go through, because you don't know. It's like you're following someone and you don't know the outcome. It's like you're walking blind. But that's why God say, follow me and walk by faith and not by sight. So I just wanted to share my testimony. I thought it was just so awesome. But yes, my women's group is Living with Purpose, Women Unmasked by Shan Higgins. And I will put the description below. So make sure you check that out. It is every Saturday from 1 o'clock to about 1:40, 1:45. But always make sure you are walking by faith and not by sight, and put fear to the side. Don't let your fear stop you from getting what God has for you. So that's all I have today, guys. I pray that this video helps someone who God has been speaking to, and you are so scared to do what God is calling you to do because you are afraid of the unknown. But God is with you every step of the way, and everything is going to be all right. If God didn't think that you was able to do it, he wouldn't call you to do it. So I love you guys. God loves you. I pray this video helps someone, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.